Hey everybody, I hope everybody is doing well on this awesome day. We have some football
Ready.
here for you. Hope you guys are ready. We're going to
Entering game
play
settings screen. You
some
have 9 options. Game
football.
style option is set to arcade is selected.
And hope you all are going to enjoy this. Gonna play a couple rounds here for you. And let's get started.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more.
And we're ready to go.
Because if you win your division, you're automatically
And we're going to kick it out.
That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Denver gets the ball to start off here. And here we go. We're off and running.
Throwing here on
Denver
first
looking
down.
to
Flacco.
throw, and
his first pass is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Second down
Ball
now.
on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Second down and 10. Looking
They'll run
to
for
go.
the first time with Phillip
And he's
Lindsay.
not going to get very far.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. He's
Third down.
looking
Flacco
to
needs
throw
a decent
it
chunk of
deep,
yardage.
and he
Into a double team.
intercepted it.
Picked by Kendall
Chiefs
Fuller. And the return
intercept
stops
and
just a
get
little
it.
bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first
All
quarter.
right.
Too many.
Hold on.
First quarter.
Come on, you. Come on. No, you're not going to do this to me. Thank you. Here comes the Kansas City Chiefs. Looking to throw
So
this one
after
with
the
a Hail
INT, here's
Mary.
Mahomes.
And it's incomplete.
Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Second
So
down.
after
Here
the
we go.
incompletion on first, now second and 10.
And
his
another
throw is gonna be
incomplete pass.
The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after
Third
back-to-back
down and 10.
incompletions. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh my God, he
Picked
threw
up
it
by
and
Justin
intercepted.
Simmons. And a big turnover there.
Are
as
you
his
gotta
guys
be
will get
kidding
the
me.
football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both
Wow.
sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a
What
ball
are
to
you
the other
doing?
team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember,
Not cool.
this is the color jersey we're wearing.
Come on,
They're
what are you
wearing
thinking,
the other
Denver?
color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Denver looking
Gets
to
this
go
to the 24
and
for a
not
gain
very,
of 4.
not very
When
far.
we see
Only
those
a
runs
gain
to the
of
perimeter, when we see those
4
runs to the
yards.
edge, we think about big
For the
breakers,
Denver.
don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities.
Second
here
down
on
and
second down.
6.
From the 24, Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He's got a man.
He
complete.
caught it. I
And
cannot
they've got
believe it.
well across midfield.
First
down
down.
to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37
Gain
yards.
of 37
We always
yards.
talk about
First
the guy
down,
who paid
Denver.
off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get that one to Jake Butt, but it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go again.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hi.
Pretty hard, Chad, Luis. Ready? Slit, watch the slit. Pretty hard.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed.
All right.
A big hit for a loss.
Okay. Here we go.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
2nd down and 12. Looking to do something.
Flacco from the gun. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman.
Caught it.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down
Brandon,
here.
perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an
All right.
incompletion. They would have picked
3rd
it off.
down
Okay, so
for
they gave up the
the
completion.
Denver Broncos.
But I really enjoyed watching
He's
how the
looking
defense
to throw
stayed in
this
sync,
one.
stayed in great communication. And
Oh, he almost had that in the end zone.
Pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice
He almost
play,
had
even
that,
though it was
y'all.
complete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution
Field
of that
goal
defense
up
right
and
there?
good.
Zone was absolutely locked up
Denver
tight.
3.
He was trying to force it in
Chiefs
there on
coming
3rd down.
up.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types
Here
of kicks,
comes
that
the
no one says to their
Kansas City
guy, hey, that's just
Chiefs.
like making an extra point, piece of cake.
Good catch,
because
Kansas
the extra
City.
not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a
And
field goal from
they
that
took
distance,
this one.
just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out of bounds.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw
Here
last time they
comes.
had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know
The Chiefs.
that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team.
And
they
they're
tell
looking
them,
to
"That's
throw
on
this
me.
one
That's
with a
my
Hail
bad.
Mary pass.
Let's go
He
back
caught
out there
it.
and
Yes.
Move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
First
Stats
down
to the
and
defense.
10.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw
And he
is
dropped that
Mahomes.
one.
And it's incomplete. Boy,
Come
he
on,
doesn't drop
Mahomes.
any
What are you
like that
thinking,
one. 2nd
Mahomes?
down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's
Oh,
a
come
2nd down
on,
throw
Mahomes.
that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's got
Good
this down to
job.
the 35. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make
First
the tackle
down,
at the Broncos'
Chiefs.
35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a
Chiefs
defense.
at the Broncos 35-yard line.
And if you're not going to use the spot,
Broncos up
3-0. Keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Whoop.
Now Mahomes.
Good
and this
catch
is caught
again.
By Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Chiefs first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first
for the
quarter.
Chiefs.
3-0 after
First
one
down.
on EA Sports.
Kansas City Chiefs, nothing. Broncos 3. End of the quarter. Here we go. Second quarter now.
On first down, Mahomes.
Mahomes looking,
He shakes him off.
and there
Just
he
keeping the play
goes.
alive. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
He was able to get away early
Good
in the
job,
drive, but apparently
Mahomes.
all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off.
Now a second
Come
down
on.
throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and it'll bring up third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal
What?
line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to
Tried
get
for
it
a
done
field
with your
goal.
offensive unit.
Makes it no
So
good.
from nothing less there than chip
It's
shot distance,
3-0.
a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well,
They
this
could
is
not
just
do
a
anything.
wobbler. I mean, he knows
Come
he's got
on,
to get it going
Mahomes. You're
left,
better
but
than
that
this,
was right
Mahomes.
all the way.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. The stop for no gain brings out
No gain, second
from
and
the 20.
10 from the 20-yard
Now
line.
Flacco. Man open.
And
He's got it
they
complete
caught
to
it.
Cortland Sutton.
Good catch.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard
First down
line.
and 10.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Gain of 12
From
yards.
the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey.
Ooh.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second down, 7.
On second
Looking,
down.
and
It's
he's
Lindsey.
immediately
And the
sacked
running
right
lane's
away.
non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Third down. Broncos with a 3-0 lead.
Here's
Second
Flacco
quarter.
off the play fake to Lindsey.
Oh my.
He's got a man.
And
It's Sutton
first
that's
down
complete.
immediately,
And he'll
Denver.
be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Wow.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes
Denver's
where guys
bringing
are
the
available
heat on the
and put the ball
Kansas
on the
City
receiver
Chiefs.
before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it. Nowhere to escape,
Oh.
and he goes down.
Sacked.
Flying in to blow that play up,
Ah.
Alex Okafor.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had
Wow.
a really nice gain
Wow.
on the previous
Wow.
play,
Wow.
but gave about
Wow.
half the yardage
Wow.
back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Whoop.
Down he goes.
Got him. Got him.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain.
2
3-0
minutes.
our score.
In the second quarter, it is 3-0 Denver.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando.
This
And
is
Jonathan
not
Coachman.
good.
Coach will
Chiefs have not
highlights
been
and
able to do
analysis of
anything
this first half,
in
one that's
this
featured
game.
no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
There
So
we
his
go.
job's a little bit easier
missed
for
it.
this halftime.
Need to give the,
So
need to
hopefully
give
they
the
get a
coach some
fourth
highlights
down.
here.
Yes, we do.
Now
Yes!
the throw on third
Fourth down.
knocked
Kansas
away
City
and
getting the ball back.
incomplete.
Hopefully they can do
So it
something
looked like
before
they were
the end
getting
of the
ready to
quarter.
convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it
And
away,
that one
and
is
brings
going
up a
to
fourth
be
down decision.
first down and 10.
And now here comes
Here
Kansas
comes
City.
KC.
They compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield,
There you go,
you know you're never
KC.
supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them.
Kansas
Can they
City
come back
Chiefs,
now,
first
start
down.
over again, and grind it out?
Mahomes going to throw. And an acrobatic catch
Another
there
first
by
down by
Watkins.
KC.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of 31 with right around
Gain of
1 minute to go in the
31
quarter.
yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, that's Watkins. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, come on,
Make it easy
Mahomes.
for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact.
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
Chiefs score. Chiefs score.
Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide.
Chiefs
and who you
up
gotta throw it to.
6-3.
Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust
And
factor
the
in
extra
effect.
point is up,
And this is no good. He missed
no
it. Not a
good.
good start in the
6-3.
kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Here comes Harrison Butker to
So
kick
with
off
the missed
for
PAT
KC.
in his rearview mirror,
He's
he
going to
goes
kick
back
this
out
one,
to kick this one off.
and it is not out of
This will be
bounds this
taken about the
time.
12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I think they're going to run out of time.
The
No,
Broncos
not yet.
onto the field ready to start their next drive. You've got less than
Broncos.
30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we
And
doing here,
KC.
Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth
Nope.
trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something
I don't know
pops.
what you're
And
thinking,
if it
KC.
does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will score. Touchdown.
Kansas City gets the ball and gets an interception.
And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get
good.
the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on
For
the
the
field.
extra
They go
point.
get it. And on that play,
It
they took
is.
it the other way for 6 points.
Kansas City 12.
so they throw
Chiefs.
the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now.
Oh, sorry, I
as
did
this
that wrong.
one's in the air.
Kansas City Chiefs 12. Denver 3.
Free kick out of bounds.
And that one's kicked out of bounds.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
First
at
down
the 40.
and 10 at the
Here's
40-yard line.
Flacco. Incomplete.
Flacco,
And we're down to
incomplete.
8 seconds
8
now.
seconds left.
Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and
2nd
10.
down
Once again,
and
they'll go from the
10.
40. Flacco. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
5
He was
seconds
looking for Tim Patrick
before
that time.
halftime.
And now it's 3rd down.
It's 12-3, Kansas City.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls
Missed it.
incomplete. So we come
And
upon
that
halftime with 9
is
points
our
separating
halftime
these two
break.
teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right.
Ready for the
Here we
start of the
go
third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead
third.
and set to receive
And they're
going to
get the ball.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
Here we go, KC.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects. Tendency breakers, or counters, as I also
Kansas
like to
City
call them.
Chiefs.
You've done things
Big
in a certain
time
way in the first
lead, up by
half,
12.
and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
Oh,
so
come
guess
on,
what?
KC.
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing.
Kansas City.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's
Kansas
exactly
City
what they needed to
punting
do.
it away
they need to start
to Denver.
stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
Kansas City up 12
for them here as they come up first and
12
10
to 3
at their own 42. Flacco. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot
Kansas City, if they can get on,
is a credit to their defense.
Excuse me, if Denver can get on the board here again,
and that just means you're one big score away.
That means they can get back in this.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Oh, intercepted, KC.
35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
He's got some running room, and there he goes. He's gone!
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are
a gain of 65 yards. KC
to get the first score in
touchdown.
The second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he will get into the end zone.
2-point conversion.
The lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
Yes,
and
actually a 2-point conversion. Yes,
right thing to do,
it's
because
20
a lot of teams play you for the pass,
to 3.
so
Kansas
you spread
City.
people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here we go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here he goes, Butker.
Free kick out of.
Kick out of bounds.
Alton out. Super sim. Exit depth challenge. Medical settings.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to the settings here.
Penalties is player skill. CPU skill is selected. Player skill
I'm
is
going
selected.
to
CPU
see if I can make them
Entering
better.
CPU skill screen. You have 9 options. QB accuracy set to 50 is selected. Pass.
Yeah, I need to make them better. They are not that good, you guys.
Set to 76. Set to 82. Set to 87.
I'm switching them.
Set to 96. Pass blocking set to 50.
The pass blocking needs to be brought up a little bit. So then
Set
that
to
way they can
72.
actually get on the board and make this an actual game. Because, to be honest with you, a 20-3 game, that's a blowout right now.
Set to 7. Set to 86.
Okay.
Set to 96. Set to 98. Set to WR catching.
Gonna move the catching up a little bit. Probably should have done this before the game,
Set to 80.
but it's okay.
Set to 90. Set to 100. Run blocking set to
The run blocking.
set to 68. Fumbles set to reaction time. Interception.
And I need to do the reaction time.
Set to 96. Set to 98. QB accuracy set to 96. Entering setting. Visual feedback. Volume control is selected. Entering. Audio mix option is set to custom. Master volume set to 100. Set to audio mix. In-game comment. Stadium speaker set to 100.
I'm gonna move the stadium speakers down.
Set to 82. Set to 76.
There we go.
Crowd volume set to 17.
I'm gonna move up the crowd.
Set to 74.
Because the crowd is the one that's the lowest.
Set to 98. Set to 100. On the fields. Music set to 2. Set to 0.
There we go.
Menu SFX set to 100.
There.
Entering settings screen you have. Entering options screen settings.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go.
Automatic first down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
There we go.
You
Now
are.
they're
I
getting
don't think that
better.
there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just
Holding
go ahead
on
and
the
do loose with
offense.
football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos
Touchdown
score.
Broncos. Now we got a
Emmanuel
game.
Sanders,
Much better. I'm
68
glad I fixed that.
yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit.
It's
and they
20
hit
to
for a big
9.
play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action,
up,
and now they
and
step
it's
back
now
and throw
20
it
to 10.
and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze
20 to
their
10,
feet. They
Denver.
weren't moving,
Coming
and
back.
he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line.
Ball at the 10.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside
That
your
was
own
a
end zone, you got to be
poor,
decisive about whether you're
poor
bringing
thing.
it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch.
Good play,
And able to get it
Mahomes.
across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards there.
Gain of
and a Kansas
13.
City
First down, KC.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the
Good,
middle
I
of the
did
field.
what I did, you
But the
guys. Now
execution
they're-
was excellent
they're
there.
getting better.
Able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And got his man complete. And all the way down.
There you go. First down. Big one, KC.
A big play there. Mahomes to Watkins. And even 40 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field,
Gain of 40 yards.
help is going to be a little bit.
Kansas City 20, Denver 10.
There for a big time completion.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep. And this is caught. It's a gain of 35.
35 yards.
For this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go
down.
Just inside the 5-yard line.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown,
Sammy
Chiefs.
Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
26.
To boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
You missed the extra point. Free kick out of bounds, kicking game.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Another run by Lindsey.
He's got running room.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
3rd down and 3.
To get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward
Good
that,
one.
especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right
1st
at
down
the 45.
and 10, Denver.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head
Denver
steam
now getting good plays
They'll run on 1st
than what
down.
they were at
Lindsey
before.
takes this for about 6 down inside
Get us
the
6
40.
yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
End of the 3rd.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Flacco.
Sacked.
Big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he is brought
He's
down,
got
but
some
not before
room.
reaching the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and
They
got
went
it.
for it on
I looked at my
4th.
play sheet, and what I would have
And
found,
they got a first
plays that have
down.
been
Now they're a
successful
lot
throughout the
better
game
than
that
what
work
they
to the
were.
distance you need, and that's
I'm
exactly
glad
what
I
they got
fixed
done.
that because now they can actually make this a game. It's 26-10. 4th quarter, KC with the lead.
Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. A little check down to Lindsey.
There he goes, got
And he'll
some
be brought
room.
down at the 27-yard line.
Ball at the
That
27.
first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 yards to
Now it's
go.
Flacco. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw
Tipped out of
everything
bounds.
off. It brings up 3rd.
3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now Flacco finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
Got
And
him.
he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Pickup of
In a
16
two-score
yards.
game, obviously,
Broncos
every
first
play,
down.
every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Oh,
And
no.
Sanders has got it
Touchdown.
complete. A gain of 6
Wait, no.
there on 1st.
Gain of 6 yards.
6 yards was the
I thought that was
pickup
a
on the last
touchdown, but no, it's
completion,
not.
So here's 2nd and 4.
2nd down 4.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down 4. Again. Well, no. Yeah, 3rd down 4. What are they doing?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a
And
first
it's on
down.
me.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark
That
off
was
the
on
5
me.
and keep it moving.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he will take it in for a
Bronco touchdown. Bronco
Taking it in
touchdown.
from 2 yards out as they are able to cut into that lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything.
And they're
the end result, the short touchdown run.
about
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both
16.
know that coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little
And
bit
no
of faith.
good.
Actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
26
Throwing
to
there, but
16.
This pass is going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point
They're
try
going
that does not go
for
their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score
Onside,
game, right?
and they don't get it.
Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, that certainly makes things
Yeah.
more interesting.
They're
You get
down
the
by
score,
10.
And you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense
Chiefs.
right back out on the
Big
field.
time
after
lead
having
here,
already
26.
scored.
Yeah, they've got the
16.
momentum here now.
Denver down by 10.
Flacco leads to Lindsey on the draw. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the
Wait
line
a
of
second. Did they get the
scrimmage.
ball back?
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, oh, wait a minute. They got the ball back. Wait a second.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was
Yeah,
looking
apparently
for.
they got the
But
ball
now it'll be
back, so they
3rd
got
down.
their onside
An
kick.
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Passing play. Flacco. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Field
The
goal
completion
time.
Good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still
Kick
short of the first.
And
is
now, since this brings up 4th down,
no
the defensive play caller,
good.
grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 40. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep.
Good
in
job,
Denver
KC.
territory. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 43 yards. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins.
Touchdown, Chiefs!
Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point right down the
Good.
middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Up now by 17. It's 33 to 16.
Two-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker.
Kick is going to be kicked out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag
kicked
comes
out of bounds.
Yes, and that was an error by
Happy
the kicker.
4th of
and it will give
July,
the offense
ladies and
great
gentlemen.
starting
Happy
field
4th
position.
of July.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Got him
He
out open
caught
and
that
Sutton.
one deep.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver
Gain of
first down.
14
Clock
yards.
management definitely critical here if they want to
Denver
get back in this
first
game.
down.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case,
32-16.
down a couple of scores.
2-minute
Gotta make sure
warning.
they have a
This
chance
game is
to win
almost
this
over.
ball game.
Now Flacco. This one complete to the
He's
running
got
back,
some running
Lindsey.
room. There he goes. Good job.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
32-16 Denver. Losing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco.
Oh,
And his pass is
intercepted.
for the 4th time today.
Intercepted. Intercepted.
Picked off here at
Intercepted.
29. And the return
It's over.
comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an
Casey
interception
can
here
put it away.
as this one continues to slip just further and further.
Yep, that's what they're going to do.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 56 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
And
You said
KC
jumbled.
now
They were
up
the
40
definition of jumbled defensively. One
to
play
16.
and into the end zone. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's
And
Butker
kick
on to
is out
kick
of
it
bounds.
away.
Yep.
Free kick out of bounds.
What's
Kicking
40
team.
minus 6?
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker
Yes.
as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
He better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Flacco looks to throw. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 2nd and goal, Flacco. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Here it comes.
To the end zone, but knocked away
Nope.
and incomplete. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
4th down and goal.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco.
Nope, incomplete.
8 seconds.
8 seconds left.
Hook up here on the 4th down pass
8 seconds left.
And the
Chiefs got it now.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And an acrobatic catch there by
Good
Watkins.
catch.
And they take this up near the 30.
And that's it in game 1. Chiefs win. Chiefs win.
To win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
40-16.
Gonna
get ready for game number 2.
I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Post-game report player stats. Entering statistic post-game score player restart game team stats finish game. Entering team select screen the Kansas City, Los Angeles, Tampa, Cleveland, Denver, Buff, Cincinnati, Chicago, Minnesota, Chicago Bears, away to New Orleans, home team ready. Entering game settings screen you have 9 options. Game style option is set to arcade is selected.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And we're ready for game number 2. And here comes the Bears kick, and it's out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds.
Automatic first down.
Ready? You ready? I'm coming.
On first down, Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Good start.
5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
5 yards.
2nd and 5 after
Second
the
down
5-yard
and
completion
5.
on first down. Now Brees. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Only 3 yards on the
Gain
catch.
of 3
It's
yards.
3rd down.
Gain of 3 yards. 3rd down.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
First down.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
New Orleans Saints, first down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze.
And that is
Almost able to
incomplete.
intercept it. That's what
He
he
almost
would like to have
intercepted
held
it,
on to
though.
on his first drive. Instead, second down. Breeze will try again on second down. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
Got a couple
And
yards.
they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely
Third
4 down
down
territory,
and
even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run.
He's
for
got
it.
it.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Another first down,
They
New
get 6 on
Orleans.
the pickup there as the drive
Gain
will
of
continue.
6.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now
First
from the
and
33.
10 at the 33.
Now Breeze. Throwing over
And
the middle, and it's
incomplete.
incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Second down and 10 at the 33.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith.
There you go.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play.
Gain
of
of
the drive.
gain of
And
8
this will be
yards.
Play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Third down and short.
Now Breeze. He's going to get this one out.
He's got it, first down.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite
This
a
is
surprise
gonna
to
be
the guy
a-
playing
this-
defense,
this
because
game's
not
gonna be a
ordinarily
nail-biter.
thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Gain
It's a
of only a
pickup of 4,
couple.
and it'll bring up second down.
4
The run got
yards.
4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Second down, 6.
Here's Breeze. And this is Cook with the grab.
Oh, he's close.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 4
He's
last
close.
play. They double that here and get 8.
New Orleans Saints, touchdown.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do,
It's
getting the ball
6-0.
downfield, and then running it into the end
New
zone.
Orleans Saints
I'm just
with
telling
the
you,
lead.
partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Will Lutz on for the point after.
Going for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 7-0
That's good,
New
as
Orleans.
The Saints have a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Fielded about a yard deep. Hurdles over him. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their
Bears
first drive
now
of the game.
getting the ball.
They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Hold on. Getting my play ready.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
There you go, Bears.
10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 76 yards.
Gain of 76.
As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all.
7-6.
You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all
It's
the way
good.
to the end zone for the touchdown.
7-7 game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This
Good
fielded
kick.
a few yards into the end zone.
Yeah, good thing
And
you
no
down
run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
New Orleans gets the ball now. Game tied,
Breeze
7-7.
now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there.
Matt
the first
Brook,
down
one of my
completion.
good friends at
Maybe a good
Concern.
spot
Man,
to
he did
take a
enjoy this
shot.
game.
You're second and a
It's a
yard from the
7-7
34.
game.
Breeze now.
Ooh, he
this
got a
off to
good
his
play.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Breeze now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the
First
ground,
down and
Kamara.
10. He's got a
And
couple
he'll take
yards.
This up over the 40 to about the 41.
End of the quarter.
These two teams all tied.
All
after
tied.
one.
7-7. Start of the second.
From the 41, Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
There
And
you
he'll get
go.
into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up
Gain
there,
of
and it's a
9
first
yards.
down.
First down,
So
New
many
Orleans.
times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner.
New Orleans going to get the ball, and he's going to take off and run. He's got some room.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first
Gain
down
of
carry.
7 yards.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3.
On second down,
He's
Kamara.
got some
And very
room.
little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th
Field
down.
goal unit coming
He did have
for
the
New
touchdown run earlier,
Orleans.
but not a heck of a lot more than that. throughout this
7-7
In
game.
fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any
Missed it,
runner
no
recently.
good. It still remains 7-7.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions,
Live
right?
conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Bears first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
What? He caught
Took a
that.
shot
That's
there on
bull.
first down, but
That's
he couldn't reel
bull.
it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
He caught it that time.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure
Come
you're
on, boys.
somehow in contact with
7-7
him. And he's
game.
able to do exactly what you
Saints
said. Use the
and
speed to his
Bears.
advantage and go up and get the football.
good
That's
again.
a big-time play right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And it's caught. And he is in.
Touchdown,
Chicago.
Bears.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for
13.
them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th
14.
down?
14-7.
Because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Not out of bounds this time, which is
This will be
good.
taken short.
Bears with
And they're going to
the
start
lead.
this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
They're falling behind now by 7.
Haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Breeze, a quick throw out to Thomas. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Ready. 95, 56.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have
Bears
all the
up by
highlights
7.
and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Open man is Michael Thomas. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Gain of 16 yards. Bears 14, Saints 7.
Breeze now on first down.
Oh my gosh, I thought they were
He was
going
trying
to get
it
that.
that time to Ted Ginn. And it's second down.
Second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
Now Breeze again. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Third down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Breeze.
He's
That's
got
to his
room.
running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down
First
at
down.
the 28-yard
Saints.
line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready. You ready? Check. No. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. On the
Saints
check down,
got
he
some
finds
room. They
Kamara.
took off a little
Now we'll
bit,
get
and
a quick
another
called by New
timeout by the
Orleans, number
Saints.
2. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10.
They got one more
And he's 5 for
timeout. The
6
Bears
now
have not
throwing the
used
ball
their
on this
timeout.
drive. Throwing now is Breeze.
Oh,
And
shit!
they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on
They're
a roll.
close
It's
to
another
scoring.
first down. A chance now to
14-7.
get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run
Oh,
with Kamara.
nope.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard
Stop
line.
them, stop them, stop.
Now
And the
will
Saints use their
third
final
and
timeout.
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
Bears use their first
as they stop it
timeout.
with 16 seconds to go
16
in half
seconds
number
left
1.
in quarter number
And just 1 man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Now Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd and goal. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where
And
these
they're gonna
challenges
review
come from,
this.
of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
not complete.
After review of the play,
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York taking a look at the play. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And he's got it.
Touchdown,
Saints.
Saints.
Ted Ginn.
13-14.
Seconds of the first half.
Oh, boy, they're
As
gonna put
they
in
are
a
extra
fight.
point away now from tying this football game.
Second
I don't think
tie.
it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this
14-14.
drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
Alrighty. Saints 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 40.
Bears 14.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their
Here we
next
go.
drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Bears are like, no, this lead's mine. Yeah!
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
20-14.
Well, that's a heck of a response.
Bears
to
putting
regain the
up a
lead
fight.
after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get
No
yourself
good.
regrouped. They regrouped
20
in
to
a hurry, didn't
14.
They attacked
End of the
back
quarter.
after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense.
And welcome
I
back.
think we both agreed he could have a really good game
Third
with
quarter.
this matchup, but over 200
20 to
yards
14.
now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down. And he
There
keeps
you
getting
go.
the better of that.
Yeah, whatever
Bears.
they've done, it hasn't worked. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start it
First
out.
down
Has him at the
and
45
10.
already. Now Trubisky.
Sacked.
Nowhere to escape,
That
and he
was
goes
sacked.
down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Good catch.
And this is going to be
First
another
down.
first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice
Shout out
job
to
of
James
improvising, but it's not
Shearing.
normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken
you're
away,
doing
you're
well,
talking just throw
James.
the ball at the ground at the feet
Shout
of the
out to
receiver,
Grace,
so you don't get
Big
it
Jordan.
intercepted and just start over.
Haley
but he ended
Hall.
up finding another receiver.
And all my friends.
Good coverage that time by Patrick
Alonzo
Robinson.
Harris.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky.
Rocky Hester.
This is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this is going to be another first down as the
down,
tackle's made at the
Bears.
Saints 18.
20 to 14.
I think
Third.
you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been
Come
a
on,
game
Bears.
changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure
Touchdown,
drops off as
Bears!
they look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me,
Going
seeing
for
the
two.
mix of what they did, how they moved
26.
the ball downfield, very sharp too. Each and every play
And
seemed to be
it's
executed
no good.
with great dispatch.
It's
But they couldn't be happy that they
26-14.
were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking it
This
up
is where
before
we
get
were
to
in
the
the
end zone.
last
We
game,
talk
but
about offensive units
it was
putting in more
26 to
two-point period
16.
sessions in practice.
Now it's
Defensively, you do the
26-14
same.
in game
Absolutely,
number
you
2.
have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are
Here
going to be
come the
in
Saints.
games nowadays.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Breeze finding Kamara. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards to pick up, and
Get
that's a
6
first
yards,
down.
first down, Saints.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy
Saints
comes through
first
and
down.
picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
No, sorry, 3rd
This
down.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on
Field goal
3rd.
unit coming up.
So statistically, both of these
This'll
offenses
make
have a
it.
rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line.
No
but
good
you're right,
again.
Look at the numbers. Neither side looks on
14-26.
track in the ground game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not
There you
is not the
go.
misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row.
Let's go,
Best
Bears.
kickers in the league, they don't miss 2
Let's
in a row.
go,
He's going to get his
Bears.
head back together in case he gets another shot.
His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Bears
And
first
he's gonna
down.
Get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards. Back-to-back good
26,
plays. Have
14,
him on the
third.
move on first down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on
Oh,
first down.
my
And
goodness.
oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. Another
catch.
nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now
End
run
of
out
the
on
third.
this 3rd quarter of play.
26,
Back now
14.
at Soldier Field. It's the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good.
Call to Super Sim. Exit day. Depth challenge play. Offensive audible. Entering editable screen. Entering
There as he
coaching
gets in
screen.
and knocks it
Depth
away.
chart.
On first down, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Get a 19
At
yards
this
for
stage,
the
this
Saints.
drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
Another good play,
And they'll get it all
Saints.
the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of
Gain of
yardage,
20
too.
yards by
Absolutely
the
great
Saints.
start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on first down is Breeze. And yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd down, 6.
Breeze to throw again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Oof.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Gain of
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down and 10.
Now Breeze. That'll be complete to
Saints,
Cook.
good play.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Gain of 3 yards.
That
It's
first down completion only
26
netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
to 14.
Again, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
26-14.
It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas.
Oh!
Looking for Thomas. He's got
Touchdown!
him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 33 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Wow, talk about
26-20.
a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it,
Kick
audacity. But defensively, I think
good.
you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1.
What's 26 minus 21?
26 minus 20.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown
Bears up
we just
by
saw,
5.
we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away.
First down.
You think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it?
I think.
You got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gonna let one flip, and that's caught inside the
Bears
30.
touchdown again.
Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 59 yards as the Bears push further out in
It's
front.
over.
That's a pretty quick response
It's gotta
to
be
that
over.
last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once
32.
again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting.
No
Instead,
good.
they grabbed old Mo,
32-21.
Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So with the missed PAT in his rear view,
Bears,
he goes
32.
back out to kick this one off.
Saints 21. Kicked out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
4th quarter.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Good play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breeze going to throw. And Thomas has it.
And he's got some
goes
room
down,
to
but not before
run.
getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another 1st down
First
as the
down.
tackle's made here at the Bears
Saints.
23. To throw, it's Breeze. And
Caught.
this will be incomplete.
No, it's
Physical
incomplete.
play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw is Breeze.
Oh, come
it was
on.
the veteran Prince Amukamara
was
that
close.
time who had the play covered from the start.
Really good, smart play by the defense. Understanding
And they're
third and
lining
short,
up field
guarding
goal.
the first down sticks and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And the kick is
And Lutz puts this one through.
good.
And high fives
24-32.
for that one as that drive ends in 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange
24-32
when they miss an
Bears.
extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point is supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different
Missed it.
feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that
He's
bothers me.
looking to
Throwing again on second
throw.
and
He
10.
caught it.
Trubisky.
Timeout.
The Saints going to call the
Saints.
first of their timeouts.
They're first.
As they stop it with 14 seconds to
14
go
seconds
in the
left.
game.
32-24.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. To the
Knocked
end zone,
out of
but
bounds.
knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Sack.
Trubisky, and he'll go down. Brought down
Saints'
at the
second
20-yard line.
timeout.
So now with 6
Only
seconds
one
remaining,
left.
we get a timeout on the field. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky
Bears,
and the Bears
first
deal with a
timeout.
3rd and long. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Trubisky. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Davis. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
And that's it.
But Charles, a
Bears
one-score
win.
Game.
Bears
Down
win.
To the end, we win. They had one
Saints
final
put
play
up
in
a
that
fight.
one-score game.
Bears
we all
win.
knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it
32.
done.
Not exactly complicated,
24.
was it? We all knew, as you
Game
said,
2.
and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
32-24 in game number 2. Here comes game 3.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at
Post game
easports.com.
finish game.
The Bears get the win at home as
Entering Los Arizona, Tampa, Cleveland
Okay.
Brown, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ready.
Tampa Bay Bucks. Coming up
Entering
next.
game settings screen. Event time. Even teams. Quarter length option is set to 6 minutes.
Move up the quarters here because we only
Quarter
got
length
6-minute
option is set
quarters.
to 15 minutes.
We're going to do 15-minute quarters. Make this game a little interesting. Here we go. Bears win 32-24. Game 3.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, he breaks another. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tampa
so here
Bay
the Bucs
and
backed
the
up to start
Denver
their initial
Broncos.
drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, He only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The 40, the 30.
There he goes, immediately Tampa Bay touchdown!
Mike Evans taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
2-point conversion is no good. 6-0. Out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Denver ball.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage
First
like this.
down, Denver. 6-0.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And this one on the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Second down.
Line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey.
He's got some room.
Get this inside the 30. A Bronco first down there,
down,
12
Broncos.
yards on the play. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey. Muscles him off.
There he goes. He's got some room again.
The 20 to the 18-yard line.
Ball
And a nice
18.
run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 18-yard line.
Ball at the 18-yard line.
3rd down. Flacco from the gun.
And intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there.
They spiked
saw
it.
the end result. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought,
no good.
Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First down.
A good pickup there at 22.
Again at 22
the
yards.
Coming on the first drive.
First down,
Not much
Tampa
has changed
Bay.
here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 35.
Wow.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes.
And he will score.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Jameis Winston with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Nothing. As they went for
after
2.
the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll
Second
run
down
the toss.
and 9.
It's Lindsey.
There you go. He's got some room.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Now a hit.
Sacked.
Flacco drops the football.
Fumble.
It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
There we go. Now we got some room. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby.
In this case, though, the team is able to come up with the ball.
Get some running.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
14-0.
Their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy...
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
He's got some room. He's gone! Touchdown, Bucs!
Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right
20.
Now, they are sprinting past them.
And oh my goodness, this is
no
nowhere
good.
close.
20-0.
Right and no good.
And he's ready to boot this one away after some frustration. Kicked out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
First
at
down
their own
and
42.
10.
Now a carry for Lindsey.
Got some room.
Take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd down, 6. 20-0.
Shotgun snap and a give to
He's
Lindsey.
got room.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play.
Denver not doing good this round.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Good catch, Denver's in trouble. Tampa Bay Buccaneers touchdown.
Mike Evans doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over
26.
half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now.
What's up with stopping at 26? For Game 3, we've stopped at 26 for 3 games now. It is 26.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Out of bounds kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Now it's Freeman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
It's 26 to nothing.
Just a yard on the
Tampa Bay with the big time lead.
2nd and 9. Bootleg. Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
26 to nothing.
Flacco from the gun. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It is.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco.
He's got room. He caught it.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Freeman.
He's got room.
And a nice run there. Going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 38. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey.
He's going to try.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage.
And he got it.
35.
1st down and 10.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Tampa Bay 26 nothing.
Now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Opening quarter.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey.
They're trying to get that 0 off the board.
Inside the 25.
In the opening quarter.
1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
Denver
and he'll
going.
get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Ball is now at the Tampa Bay 20.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
And he's
intercepted.
Picked
up by the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers got it. They can't stop him. He's got room. It's over. They can't stop him. Touchdown.
Fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall
32.
On a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did
no good. Again. It's 32-0.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kicker as the ball goes out of bounds. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10.
1st down 10, Broncos.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey.
Not very far.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second down. And second down and 10.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey.
Get some yards a little bit, but not very much.
Yard up to the 43.
This game, not a game right now. It's 32-0.
From the gun, Flacco.
It's over now. It's got to be, because there's no way they can come back now. Denver looking to throw this one deep. Oh my God, he caught it.
25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Trying to get on the board.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Second down 1.
They'll run here with
He's
Lindsey.
sacked.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that will fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the
end
final play
of
this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They are,
Field goal
however,
unit
facing
coming
a
up.
4th down situation.
Kick away. Good.
The kick by McManus is good.
32-3.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this is caught.
And Bucs get the ball, and they get a good chunk of yardage.
23 yards on the play.
And at 23.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition.
Nowhere
Sack.
to escape, and he goes down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football,
Second quarter, 32-3.
Make him uncomfortable. And so far,
Good catch,
they've not
Denver.
been able to do that.
Not at all.
Losing
He's been
big
really
time.
comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
32-3.
So in the second quarter, he's already
Tampa
up
Bay.
over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The punt
Punting
team on now
for the
as
first
Pinion
time
sends this
for
one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one
Tampa
right
Bay.
on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And
Good
he'll
throw.
get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos
First down.
Flacco now
32-3.
7 of 10 here
Second.
in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And that's complete to the tight
Flacco's
end.
got some room. He takes off.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Second down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
He's got room again.
So even though
Good
he caught
catch.
it, couldn't turn it into much more.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Gain of 9
This
yards.
offense
First down,
finding its
10.
legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. He'll get this one to
He's
Patrick.
got a good catch. He's going
and they're
big.
able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Lindsey. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd down 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Flacco. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Ball at the 7.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is
demoralizing
for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy.
And this is
touchdown.
Touchdown.
Broncos.
Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as
32-9,
right
32-10.
In their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback.
Got some room. There we go. And he's finally taking it down.
There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so
He's got room. He's in trouble. Bucks touchdown again.
Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
Extra point, no good. 38.
What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
38-10.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration.
He missed it, and he's going to kick this one out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting
automatic
field
first
position.
down.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And the
sacked
play
immediately.
goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go.
Hold on, I'm going to try to see
All
something.
super exit depth shot medical settings. And panel player skill CPU skill is selected. And QB accuracy set to 96. Set to 98. Set to 99. Set to 100. Pass blocking set to 100. WR catching set to 100. Run blocking set to 68.
The run blocking, I need to move that up.
Set to 100. Fumbles set to 50. Reaction time set to 98. Set to 9. Set to interception. Pass coverage set to 50.
The pass coverage, I need the pass coverage. They need to be better at passing.
Set to 100. Tackling set to 50.
There we go.
QB accuracy set. Entering settings screen. You have a entering options screen settings.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard
First down,
play.
Denver.
Flacco now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Freeman. A gain of 3, second down.
Gain of 3
They
yards.
tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was
It's
swallowed up because what they're
38
hoping,
to
those
10.
big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't
Got
happen
some
on that
room.
play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Third
Good
down.
throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone
Oh.
and not running into a defensive player in another zone.
now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I
Incomplete.
know coaches tell us all the time to have
Field
a powerful
goal
arm
coming
isn't the
now
number one
for
thing they look
Denver.
for in a
And
quarterback.
wait, no, they're
When
going to
you're trying
fake
throw
it.
inside routes
And it's
and you need to put
not
some heat
going to
on
go.
It helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he's got this
Good
down
play,
to the
Denver.
35. It's a
Give
gain
the
of
ball
16,
back.
first down Tampa Bay. And on that last play there,
We have
he's over
78
400
seconds.
yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right.
There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone.
Touchdown,
for a
Tampa Bay.
Jordan Leggett, 35 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, it's
44.
Nice to have that big release.
No
People
good.
see that position as a
44 to
fallback.
10.
Throw it to them when all else
Ouch.
fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his
PAT,
rearview mirror,
kick
he goes
now.
back
Please
out
don't
to
be out
kick
of
this
bounds.
one
Yep.
off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
He better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second down and
They tried
9.
a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down. As
First
the
down,
tackle's made
Denver.
at the Bucs 33.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Second down. 44-10 Tampa Bay.
On Echo.
He
And that's
caught it.
complete to Sanders. And this is going to...
Excuse me. First down, Denver.
On 1st down, Flacco. Finding the open
Touchdown.
man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tim Patrick with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that
Denver
leaves us
now
anticipating
16.
what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter.
And it's
There
now
could be plenty more before this game is
44-17.
over.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. Powerful running. Still going. And another tackle broken. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Come on, Tampa. Catch it, baby. Catch it, baby. Yeah.
What a catch. And they're going to get this
first down.
The 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick.
Thank you all so much for watching.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Good catch. Is gone. Touchdown.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
We're not even in the 3rd quarter yet, you guys.
As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
It's 50-17.
Reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it.
Missed it.
50-17. 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away.
Kick.
Maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Flacco. The Sanders has got it complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. That coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a toss
Denver's got it
into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Flacco looks to throw.
What are you doing? Oh my!
And incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming
punt
for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He's good. Complete.
Catch. He's unstoppable.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 47 yards.
Gain of 47 yards.
Jameis now on 1st down. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room.
We're gonna have, I think, a TikToker.
Instead, they get
in the
big
3rd.
play.
We have to, because this is unstoppable.
What they've done in the first half.
It's 50-17.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Touchdown, Denver.
4 yards on the touchdown ground as his guys continue to pour it on. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
And I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, have the momentum
Sorry,
going,
guys.
right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another
56
pass play to finalize things off.
And oh my goodness,
Missed
this is
it
nowhere
again.
close.
It's
Well to the right
56
and
to
no good.
17.
So with the missed PAT in his rear view
Take this
mirror,
into
he
the
goes back
locker
out to
room.
kick
Out
this
of
one
bounds.
off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds.
Automatic first down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Passing play, Flacco. That's complete to Jake Butt. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Flacco. He's got Jake Butt as tight end, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Tampa Bay 56 to 17.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. He completes
He's
this
got
to Sutton.
room.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37.
And they're going to take
Gain of
this.
9. Give
Hopefully
him 9
to the
there on
locker.
first down completion.
Yes.
So we've reached halftime here, and what is quickly turning into quite a rout
56-17.
as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Well, I already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna dominate and win this game. It's 56 to 17 as we get ready to start the third.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Denver gets the ball to start
we
the
resume
third.
action here in quarter
Kicked
number 3.
out of bounce again. What?
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Denver now getting the ball here. It's first down and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
He's got
and
some
they'll
room.
get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Gain of 7 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Flacco.
Nope.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that
It's
leads
56.
us to a 3rd and 3.
17, start of the third. Nick Vogt here with you.
From the gun. Outright, this one goes to Patrick.
And hopefully
he's
you
got
guys can hear the
first down
play-by-play
before being
of the
taken
game
down
as well.
At the 46. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Here we go.
1st and 10 here for Flacco.
Good
He's gonna
catch,
have the hook up
Flacco.
to Sutton. And he's going to get this inside
First
the 30.
down.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
Operating off play action, Flacco. And eventually he's taken down here.
He's
Great
sacked.
coverage downfield, resulting in a sack. William Golston. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Gotta give him
Get
points
him.
for the attempt, but there's
Got
just
him.
a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun.
3rd down.
The tight end
Good
Butt
catch.
takes in the short throw. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He wasn't the
Field
primary
goal
target,
unit
but I
coming
think
for
it was
Denver.
almost like
Not
a
going to get them
check-down
very far with
situation,
going
wasn't
for
it?
field goals.
Hoping he can break some
Kick
tackles,
is
a
up,
big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that
No
big
goal.
frame and hope he can scatter
56-17.
some bodies, unable to get it done. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Jordan Leggett the target there, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. It's a big play. Winston to Evans, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone, and Evans hauls it in.
Touchdown, Bucks.
Mike Evans there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
62.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've
And
lost
no
track of
points.
how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance.
Out of bounds.
This man knows how to find the end
62
zone
to
and make it count.
17.
Bones. Kicking team.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and
Got
either
him.
advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost
Denver is not
opportunity.
able to do anything at all.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage.
He's got his yardage.
And he finds Sanders.
First down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Zicky time.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey.
He's sacked.
Pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Devin White, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
3rd down and long.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco.
He's looking to throw this one.
The pass for
Intercepted,
Sutton is
Tampa
intercepted.
Bay.
Picked off near the 34.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's good for 28 yards. And another Winston to Evans connection. Mike Evans, he didn't play football until his senior year of high school. He was such a good basketball player down in Galveston, Texas. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, 38 yards as his guys continue.
Another touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
No good.
How about that?
68.
Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching
That's
the
6
passes.
touchdowns.
Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Out of bounds again.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles.
He's going to go.
This is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the
Got
entire
one more
game.
quarter here
Execute
for
your
y'all.
job.
Relaxation station.
And maybe a measure of revenge there.
It's
He's had
over
his way in this
on,
one, but this time they get him
the
behind
mix,
line.
folks.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play.
Loss of 4
and just
yards.
like that, it's 3rd down. Operating out of the gun.
He's
Flacco.
looking to throw this one.
That's
And
complete
he's
to
got it.
Sanders. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 43. Flacco now perfect since the second
Tackled
half
at the
started.
Bucks
7 of 7.
43-yard line.
It's 1st and 10.
68 to 14, or excuse me, 68 to 17.
This is Freeman. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers
Looking
making
to
plays
go
near the line of
to throw
scrimmage.
this one.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's looking.
Flacco leads to Lindsey on the
No,
draw.
he's going to take off and run.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
He's got room. He's close to scoring again.
Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
He's at the 1 yard
Third down,
line.
and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown,
Denver. Touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos get 1 score closer.
Not really. 68.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly
24.
does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Just like that, out of danger.
Get it 38 yards.
It's
It's 68 24.
Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And
It's gone.
Catch is made. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Another touchdown, Tampa Bay Bucks.
38 yards. And
This
his
game
guys
is out of
continue
reach.
to put this one out of reach. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well,
74?
it doesn't matter if you know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you.
Missed
well.
it again.
He just took off and went.
74
That's
to
almost like one of your turkey
24.
bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away,
74,
maybe with some
24, kick
frustration
is
after
going to
the
be
PAT
kicked
miss.
down, a bounce again. What is wrong with these?
Free kick out of bounds.
Oh,
Kicking
man.
And out of bounds there on the kick.
Automatic first down.
$24 to 74. We're
Good
only in the
starting
third.
position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll give it here to
He's
his
got
running back.
room. He's going to take
But
off
he's
to the
gonna get
right
a
side.
solid
Oh,
gain
no,
of
he's going
9
to take
before
off.
being
There he goes.
brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Second and a
First play of
yard.
the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's
All
go
right.
get the first down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On
Looking
1st
to
down,
go. He's
Lindsey,
gonna
and just
go,
no
and he didn't
chance
get
of
very
turning the
many
corner. He
yards.
can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A break from the ground game here. Flacco finding the open man.
He's
and that's
got
Tim
room.
Patrick.
There he goes. Tim Patrick.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Flacco. He'll get this
And
one
he's
Patrick.
going to really
And
be
down
close
he
to
goes, taking it
scoring
inside the 10,
again.
just shy of the
Trying to
5
get
at the 6.
closer.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets
Third
up
down.
a 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Denver down big.
Setting up to throw
74
Flacco. And he is into
to
the end zone
24.
for Denver
And it's a
touchdown.
Denver Bronco touchdown.
6 yards away.
Wow.
And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Now McManus
Here
for the extra
comes
point.
the extra point. 74 to 30. 74
So they get one score back,
31.
but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
And we are unstoppable in the
And he spins past him and into space.
Ding.
The 40.
He's unstoppable! And oh my God!
10,
Another touchdown!
and
He
he will
was
score.
unstoppable! He had some running room, and oh my
From
God! He
one end
went
zone
and
to the other, 101 yards. As his guys
another Tampa
continue to
Bay
pull it on.
touchdown!
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
You guys don't want to know the score now. Tampa Bay Bucks, big time. It's 31 to 80. Ouch. 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 Only
So
in
now
the
other
third.
return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Denver
a little bit,
trying
maybe
to
pump
come
up the
back.
pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see
Here
what they
comes
decide to do.
Denver looking to throw. Before he gets sacked, that'd be nice.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding.
He's got a catch.
Call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
Down, and Teddy's going to get some room, and he's going to be sacked immediately. Oh,
3
my.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Second down. And that's the end of the third.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with
It's
more
80
after
to
this
30,
break.
end
You're
of
watching
the
the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, Flacco, and his throw here's incomplete.
He missed.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times.
It's 80 to 31.
Of course, he's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is
Denver looking to throw this one.
Really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
He tried to get there, but could not get there. Oh, my God. You need to go for a touchdown. Not for a field goal, but they're going to go for a field goal. And
this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
No good.
I thought he might get
80 to 31.
Just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. James to throw it. So
James is unstoppable. Oh, my God.
Going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate, 54 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but
this is not a game.
People like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those.
Oh, my God.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans.
This would not be for real life.
How can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other
I'm
things?
glad this is. I'm glad this is not real.
We went sushi because that's what you wanted.
Because this is horrible.
I'm in.
All right.
In basketball, this would be real in real life, yes, but not in football.
Gay is on for the point after. And oh my goodness.
Another one. No
well
good.
To the right and no good.
It's 86 to 31. He's going to kick this one out of bounds, I bet you. That's what he's going to do, and he's going to kick it. Yep. Son of a gun. He kicked it out of bounds again. Why are you...
No, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
They've got good
Denver now getting the ball back.
They come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not
Denver big time run.
25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Gain of 37 yards. It's 86-31. Denver big time
here
losing.
For 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Wait, they're going to review that. He had that caught.
On 450 yards
what
passing.
the heck?
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance.
That was caught.
He's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Okay. Ref. It stands. First down, Denver. First and goal.
Right call and was told to challenge it. And it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Denver
Tim
touchdown.
Patrick. there to make the grab. And the Broncos get one score closer.
No, they
That's
don't.
a whole
What are
lot
you
of
talking?
points still to be down. But congratulations,
Here
they're still
comes the
fighting, and they
score.
scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used
37.
to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never
38.
had showed up.
6.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
86 to
McManus's point after
36.
is good,
86
and
to
that will
38.
extend this big lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been.
86, 38.
Taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the
Good run,
2015
Denver.
season, I commentated
good run,
on 3
Tampa.
games in a row.
My bad.
That were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the
Oh,
team
boy.
that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will
He's
take them
close
out,
to
but for the
scoring
most part,
again.
they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Winston. Godwin's got it.
Touchdown
Tampa
again.
Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing
And
is
they're going to
flat
review
out
this.
finished.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and
92.
10 at their own 42.
38.
To pass, Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And Sanders has got
Good
it
catch,
complete.
Flacco.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's
92
brought down.
to 38.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. A red zone first down for Flacco. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. And his throw is incomplete.
He had that.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now the throw
come on.
down, knocked away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football.
Field goal up
Sometimes even
and
when you run a
good.
good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points like
92-41.
I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Gain of 37 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's Evans again, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Oh.
Give him 30 yards there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Winston to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Winston now to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. So we were
Big
looking at each
stop
other up there in the
by
booth when they
the
went for
Denver
that save.
Broncos.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus."
92 minus 41 is 51.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 18.
Tampa Bay up 51. 51
and
points.
Tampa Bay trots out there now. The outcome of this one,
It's
well,
92.
We know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this
41.
point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories, but...
They've got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 44 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And we say it all the time, to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
Ready? 51's the mark. Go.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And Evans hauls it in.
Touchdown!
Bucks. Mike Evans, 28 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory for
Oh
the
my
nation.
God.
Take the snap,
Oh
take the knee,
my
call it a night,
God.
call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's
no good for the extra point.
Right before the game's over. We know
You
this
guys, this game is over.
So with the missed
It is
PAT in his
41
rearview
to
mirror, he goes back out to kick this
100.
one off. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look
Not
at him. He's
even
got 7
a
catches
game,
on the
you
game,
guys,
and he's starting to
anymore. They
shred them a little
cannot
bit
come
because
back.
not
It
only
is
is he catching, he's
100
picking up good
to
yardage,
100 to
keeping chains
41.
moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what'd you say? He's been a load for him to handle?
This 7
Caught.
catches, as you said, over 100
Good catch
yards.
that time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 22. They'll run on first down.
And he's
Ramsey.
sacked.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run got a couple. They're second and 8.
100 to 41.
Passing play. Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And oh my goodness, he loses it
Intercepted.
again.
Intercepted.
It's picked up by the
Intercepted.
Buccaneers.
Intercepted.
Hey.
John, what are you doing?
Muscles by at the 25.
He could have went all the way. My player just stood there. Oh.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make
What?
any kind of
What?
mistakes. But it's been pretty
Why'd you just stand there?
We've seen all game
What?
with them, isn't it?
What?
Down this big in the fourth
You'd
quarter.
say
What
an
did you
afternoon
stand
to forget,
there?
absolutely. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's
Oh
got
my God!
Evans
Touchdown,
touchdown Bucks. Mike Evans. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Bucks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's singing.
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Oh boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. That, he said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Flacco.
41 to 108.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten
Denver
right from the
losing
word go.
by 67.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This game just needs
he was
to
trying
end.
to find Noah Fant, the tight end.
This game needs
And
to
it's third
end.
Down. An incomplete
108,
pass on that last play,
41.
and that means they'll need to come up
Tampa.
with something here on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, intercepted again. Don't stand there. Don't stand
It's
there.
Devin White, the
Good.
linebacker.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Good
And
catch.
they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A big pickup there, 18 yards at a Buccaneer first.
First down,
From the
Tampa.
red zone now,
Touchdown!
Winston.
Oh, yeah!
Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans finding the end zone yet again. And the interception by the Bucks D leads to a touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do
Good
it.
kick.
Mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for
114 to 41.
I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother did the
preserve.
same. It smelled
You had to say it
terrible.
too?
Ouch. Not even a game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go tonight.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Lindsey here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
Tampa Bay
beware,
with a
ball may come your
big-time
way.
lead, 114 to 41.
So 2nd and 8 here after the
Second
pass
down
play for
and
2
8.
yards on 1st down.
Baby, that's baby stop.
Here's Flacco.
He's looking to throw.
That's complete to Jake
He
Butt.
caught it. Complete by Jake
Well, they
Butt.
weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things
Here
forward.
comes the next
Almost
play
his bread
here.
and butter. It's a good running
Tampa
back
Bay,
dive
big
play.
time lead, 114 to 41, fourth quarter.
On 3rd down, here's
He's
Lindsey.
gonna be
And
sacked
they get him down
immediately.
at about the 37, well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And
But
they're
this was just
gonna
simply
punt
excellent
this one away.
defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be
If
alert
Denver
for the
scores
possibility
again,
of a
or
pass,
excuse me,
but that
if
didn't
Tampa
stop
Bay
them at all
scores
from
again, this
understanding
game
what
is,
was going
I'm
on, and
gonna
they decided to run the
I'm gonna
football,
have no
and they
words
just
here.
swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin
Hope you
their
guys
next
can hear me.
possession.
I'm sorry, there we go. I had to move my mic probably closer. Uh-oh.
1st and 10.
He's
Winston.
going for it deep. Oh my God, it's oh my God, oh my God, touchdown again. Oh my God, no words. Oh.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, he flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
41
And
to
the kick
120.
goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
So good starting field position for
What is
him here as they come up
120
first
minus
and 10
41?
At the 40.
120 minus 41 is 79.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's
79,
2nd and 4.
up by 79.
Now it's Flacco. He
There he
completes this
goes,
to Sutton.
Flacco.
And they'll get
He's
him
finally
down as
got
he's inside
sacked
the
here.
40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs
Hold
39.
on.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution.
Did he
it's not
just
just
score? No.
performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So line of scrimmage still the 39.
Oh
on
boy,
2nd and 10.
here we go, 2nd down and 10.
Flacco. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. It's caught by Sanders. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they'll get back 3, but this remains
44
a
to
large
120.
deficit. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But
46
every coach
to
that we talk to talks
120.
about
I don't know how
running
that
backs
happened.
or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it cost him. Here's Flacco. And Sanders has got it complete.
Good catch.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Denver.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco.
Sack! Throw it! Come on! Finally!
He will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ndamukong Suh able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Entering
Flacco's throw there complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Jameis to throw it. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40.
Come on, boys.
He's taken down. A big pickup of 38. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Winston.
Good.
To Perriman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that,
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Here's Winston. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt.
126 to 46.
On first down, Flacco. A little check down to Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
This game just needs to be over. 126 to 46.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
And that's it.
That's it. Leading them
Tampa
to
Bay wins.
The defensive guys, they're just saying,
126 to 46.
They will gratefully
Tampa
accept
Bay
them,
the
it makes their
victory.
job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
What's 126 minus 46?
And a different flow.
126 minus 46 is 80.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long
report
from
players'
Tampa.
stats.
Tampa Bay wins it 126 to 46. And what a great game by Tampa Bay. They win Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. Game 3 was longer. I'm OUT out of here. We want to thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe. Keep comments appropriate. This has been a production of NFL 20.